there's so many hardships in the world and so many things that people have to deal with. And there's wars and there's people in poverty and there's people who are sick and have cancer or lifelong diseases. And it's like, I just have to be like, sure, everyone's life is hard in different ways too. And being a performer in the audition world is hard, but in a different way. And you have to be grateful for what you do have.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Your Journey, where we gather stories of resilience, growth, and self discovery. Today, we have Stella. And Stella, please tell us your full name, where you're from, and what you currently do.
Hey, my name is Stella Parr. I am from Vancouver Island in Canada. I'm a dancer and performer and I'm here in New York City trying to audition and take class and try to make it work.
Yes. And you will. I am already manifesting that for you. Let's start light. What's a fun fact about you?
Oh, I'm so terrible with fun facts. I was born and raised on an island.
Where?
That's fun. In Canada, it's the island that I'm from, but it's a relatively big island, so it doesn't always feel like island. But then sometimes when I'm talking about how like I used to walk my dogs to the beach, like to the ocean every day, like
Oh,
or like you could always smell ocean. Like we were really on an island, like close to the ocean, so it was true island living, I guess.
do you miss it?
I do sometimes, but it was also like there wasn't a lot going on, and I've always wanted to live in a big city, and obviously I love New York. So it was hard to do anything there outside
Yeah.
of like high school.
Okay. What are some challenges that you face since moving?
When I went to college in New York City, and when I
Oh.
first moved here for college, it was 2021, so we were just barely out of COVID. Never been to New York before. I in high school, I really didn't think I was going to go into the arts. I was going to study sciences. So initially coming here, I was just like, oh my gosh, the culture shock. Like I came from a really small town, an island. So there was just so many people. I was living in like a really small dorm. I was on a top bunk with this girl that I didn't know anything about. And so yeah, I was scared. I mean, I think so many people go through the same thing going to college. Hard to be far away too, because I'm from the west coast of Canada. So it's not like it was really easy to get home. I kind of panicked at first and was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready for this, if I'm gonna be able to stay here, but I made it work. I had the best like first semester I could have had in college and I loved it. And then now being back here after graduating school and being on my OPT year, it's just hard. I mean, we all know the audition life is like there's so many other people out there and there's so many tall brunette dancers and you're just competing for the same thing every day. And yeah, you never know what to expect. And it's just the constant like fighting for work jobs that we're all doing that. So
Well, can you talk more about that challenge of like what's it like trying to audition and trying to like compete with other people in New York? Can you expound more?
auditions, especially for dancer open calls for Broadway, national tours, even regional theater. I mean, they're seeing people in the union first, of course, always. And if you're not in a union, and I'm not in a union, and most of my friends aren't, you aren't even guaranteed to get seen. So you're, waking up at 6 a.m., doing full hair and makeup to go to this 9 a.m., 8 a.m. audition and waiting there for maybe 4 hours. And then they tell you, like, you cannot be seen. And it's like, wow, what are you even supposed to do? So sometimes it's really just like judging whether it's even worth it. So I think a big thing now is like self tapes and online auditions and ego casts through like there's access and stuff. There's a lot of ways to go about auditioning. So it's not like it's impossible and there's so much going on in the city and so many small little shows are great to still be a part of and like anything helps. And I think it's all about who you know too. So, but yeah, as soon as you start auditioning, you start seeing the same people a lot, which is interesting too, because then it kind of makes it feel like, oh, so it's not that big of a community. Like we all do kind of know the same people. We're running in the same circle, going to the same classes, and it's really just about, I think a lot of the time it's about the look or what these people are looking for. Like right now.
As an actor, I have gone through the same EPAs of like going there at 8 a.m. and waiting the whole day and finding out that they're not seeing others who are non-union. So I wanted to know, like, for you going through this lifestyle, what makes you continue doing it? We know it's hard.
Yeah, right. Any chance that I do get to dance in an audition, I mean, it's not always perfection or great, and nerves get to you, and but a lot of times it's so thrilling. Like I really do enjoy auditioning at the end of the day. If you ignore all the other like you might not get seen, you're wasting your whole day part, but being in the room and having to kind of show everything that you've got and like be proud of it and just be like, here I am, this is what I'm doing. It's really thrilling and exhilarating. And same thing, even going to class too. Like when you're just dancing the combo at the end of a class, full out, and you're not trying to necessarily prove yourself to someone or get the job. I just always loved dance and been dancing forever. And it's something I know like I could never live without. And if I could be so lucky to get to perform it on a big stage with thousands, hundreds, whatever amount of people watching, like that's just the dream.
Well, was there a specific turning point in your life that made you say, okay, I'm going to be a dancer and I'm not going to do anything else?
I mean, I think it was really during COVID in 11th grade in high school when COVID hit and school got shut down. And I mean, I wasn't too worried about school being canceled, but I was very upset that like all of our dance competitions and any performances and productions that we had been planning for all year, like all of those were canceled. And that's kind of the time that you look forward to the most in the dance season, especially in the competition world, because it is very like you're drilling a 2-minute dance for 8 months just to perform it in 3 or 4 competitions or whatever. But it was so fun like being a part of a team, a company, and being backstage and doing all of that. So as soon as I didn't have that for that one spring in 2020, I was like, I cannot imagine like going on after high school and not having dance be something that's a part of my life. Even if it's not, I'm not doing dance competitions anymore, of course, but just not getting to go to class every week or see the same people and just not performing at all. I was like, I don't think I could live without it. Now that I've had to, I can't do it.
Oh my gosh, I totally feel the same. And I think for a lot of our listeners who are non-performers, I guess as performers or artistic people, when you aren't able to do your craft for a long time, you can really feel it and life starts to drain you. And once we're actually able to do it, suddenly we're like bursting with so much energy. So now I know we've talked about challenges, but I want to know what accomplishments are you most proud of and why?
I did a show in the fall of last year, 2025. That was really exciting. It was my first performance in New York ever.
What was it?
It was a little Liza Minnelli tribute show. It was called Hats Off to Liza. It was directed by Lawrence Capici, and my friend was in it, and then they needed another dancer, and I submitted, and it worked out for me. I was just so excited to be performing in New York City and getting paid for it. This was my first paid job too. It really felt like a solidifying moment of like, I moved to New York City, and I didn't know what was gonna happen, just deciding the dance was gonna be my career, but I actually made like one thing work out of it, so maybe this can happen. I was also singing in it, and I didn't really grow up singing a lot until college, where I did sing a lot, but it was never my strong suit, and I always had a lot of like internal battles with singing. And I got to sing in this show like as an ensemble or as a duo, but it was like a really big moment for me that I just had to like have to sing now, so get over your fears and just do it. And I had so much fun doing it, so it was amazing.
I always thought that when it comes to acting, dance, and singing, it was always just, technical skill, but a huge part of it is very psychological. Like, if you're unable to psych yourself to do something, it's really hard to sing or dance or act. especially singing for me. I have the same, I guess, journey like you. Like, I always need to prep myself in order to, like, okay, you're going to sing now. And it doesn't come easily. It comes
Right.
with a lot of like meditation, prep work, and like
Yeah,
being
totally, totally.
like, this is gonna happen. So, aside from dancing, what else are you passionate about? And with all of your passions combined, how has it influenced your journey?
I mean, right now, a lot of my part-time jobs have to do with teaching dance, so it's still dance related, but I have actually really enjoyed teaching. It was kind of my first experience with really younger kids, teaching like very from the beginning, like basic dance, and seeing them like grow and progress or accomplish things, or just like listening to what I'm saying and then like progressing from that. I think is like really cool. I'm like, wow, I can like pass on my knowledge to other people. Like that's amazing. Another passion I have is video editing and like making content. I post a lot of TikToks content, but I love making TikTok videos. I love lifestyle vlogs. I love any kind of editing of anything. I used to post on YouTube too. I never had a huge following or anything, but I really just do it like for fun and to have the memories. I want to do more with that with dance. I have a lot of like content ideas in my head. I just love music. I love so many music and songs, and there's so many things that I want to do with it. Yeah, finding the time to create projects like that.
I know, like posting content, I feel like is another job. It's not just like some hobby because a lot of effort, time, and thinking really goes into it too.
Yeah.
And I was looking at your Instagram and I've been enjoying a lot of the dance videos. I was like, oh, wonderful. And I mean, since we're talking about IG and TikTok and whatnot, what's your user handle or username?
Yes, my Instagram is Stella underscore Avery underscore, and my TikTok is Stella underscore Parr.
So, for our listeners out there, check out some of her videos. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you.
What are some valuable lessons that you've learned through all of your experiences so far?
Oh, so many. Gosh. And I still feel like every day I'm learning more. I mean, going back to how we talked about singing, dancing, acting, any kind of performing always comes back to the mental too, and like the psychological aspect of it. And that push, and I learned so much about myself and all that in college because I wasn't just dancing. We were taking acting and singing classes, and that was like really out of my comfort zone. And I used to be someone who would give up on myself like a lot, like really easy. If I got like really frustrated with something, I give up. And it's still like something I work on to this day, but I think by the end of my college journey, I was able to like, okay, like maybe this isn't my strongest thing, but I have to do it to the best of my ability. Or what can I do to make myself more confident in this? Because confidence is such a huge thing with performing. That's, I mean, another huge lesson that I've learned. Like, and that I think you really have to see to understand, like, even just going to class, like, watching the person who is like the most confident in the room and they stick out, and maybe they're not the best technical dancer or just it's not about the skill, it's about like what they're giving off and their persona, and it's like, well, everyone's going to watch them because they're giving that off, and it's kind of like, why can't you just do that for yourself? But it's not as easy as just clicking it on and off, right? Like as we know, it's so much mental block, and some days you just like can't push through that. I had that a lot in college. I was like, some days I just could not push past, and I had to just like leave it, move on, kind of thing. And which is another big lesson too, actually. Like something that's not working or not like being able to put something to side, not like beating yourself up over it.
I know because the life of a performer, we a lot of the time get so many rejections and no's rather than, yes, you have the part. And so sometimes when we like a role so much, we really latch onto that rejection and like stake our whole personality and life onto it.
Yes.
I think a lot of people don't realize that when you're a performer, it's really a struggle to go through every day if you've had like a series of rejections.
It affects like the rest of your life or anything else you're doing. You're like, oh my gosh, I suck at everything. Like I'm never gonna get a job in what I want to do. Like why am I even here? Like yeah, it sends you into a spiral, really.
There's still a lot of us in the industry.
Yeah, and
Keep on
still,
doing
yeah.
it. Who or what inspires you to move forward even through these, hard and painful days?
I mean, so many of my friends in the city and outside of the city who I went to college with, or even who I grew up dancing with and are still dancing or performing, seeing everyone like grow since then and improve is huge. And seeing other people get jobs is inspiring because you think, okay, like if my best friend so and so can do it, like I can too. And we're all out here doing it together. Like I really enjoy going to auditions with friends. I'm not one of those people that has to like be really focused in an audition. Like I like to kind of chill about it, like so that I'm not putting so much pressure on it. So if I have a friend in the room or whatever, like it's so much better and it's so much more fun to keep going. And same thing for going to class. Like I went to a dance class and I hadn't really been to a dance class in a couple weeks, but I went to one earlier this week with a couple of friends and it was just so fun to be able to laugh about something in class and just not getting so worked up about things. I guess I just say my friends that I'm dancing with.
So good that you like got that early on. When I was a young performer, I need to focus. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have my earphones on. Not that I'm saying that that's bad. Like that works for some people and that's great. But like as the years passed by, it's just like, oh my goodness, having to do that for myself all the time really put a lot of stress on me. And so going to auditions with friends, as you said, helped me get less stressed about the audition process.
Right.
Is there a quote, mantra, or belief that you live by? And if there's none, that's okay as well.
I feel like I find some every now and then and I like save it to my camera roll, but then I forget it. Actually, recently I saw one on Pinterest that was like, I run because I still have the ability to, or because both I'm lucky enough that both my legs are working and I can move them, something like that. I've been thinking about that the past couple weeks, like when I'm physically exhausted from going to workout classes, dance classes, auditions, whatever it is, rehearsals. But I'm like, but I love dancing and I'm so lucky that I have four limbs that I can do this with and that my body's healthy, physically healthy, and I get to do this. So it's, yeah, just to like an extra push, really.
So one time during the summer, I had like a freak accident where I had boiling water put on my like eye. And so I couldn't open my left eye for like almost a month. And so I was like, once this heals, I am never gonna take it for granted ever again. And so like I find this quote that you shared very, I totally agree. I totally agree.
You don't know until you don't have something. I'm lucky I've never like broken a bone or or been injured or had any kind of anything that's had to put me out. So I'm very lucky, knock on wood.
Oh, oh yeah,
But
especially as a dancer. That's
I know I
amazing.
don't, I don't really know how it's happened, but
Someone is like really taking care of you.
I guess so, yeah. And there's so many hardships in the world and so many things that people have to deal with. And there's wars and there's people in poverty and there's people who are sick and have cancer or lifelong diseases. And it's like, I just have to be like, sure, everyone's life is hard in different ways too. And being a performer in the audition world is hard, but in a different way. And you have to be grateful for what you do have.
I mean, I think about where we are right now and the fact that we are able to audition, get into certain rooms in New York City, like that is someone else's dream.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm here waiting is already like, what a gift. How would you define a remarkable life?
I mean, do everything you want to do. Like I said before, I thought I was going to go to school for sciences after high school and then realized I didn't want to live without dance, but my family, grandparents mainly, didn't fully understand that at first. Like, if, for the best reasons, like they wanted me to get a stable career and make stable income, which totally I understand. But I was like, this is what I want to do. And finally, when my mom came around, she was like, why not? Like, you're young, like, you should do what you want to do. And I think about that all the time. I'm like, but this is what I want to do. Like, that's why I'm doing it. So I think that's just how you can live your best life. Like, just do whatever you want to do, like, no matter what. Like, my one side of my grandparents, they're the most supportive people ever. I mean, all my family and all my grandparents are, but this set of grandparents, they have such a good outlook on life, and they always say, like, money is for spending. And sometimes I think about that when I, like, need a coffee or something. I'm like, oh, money is meant to be spent or whatever. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's why we have money. It's going to be spent. I mean, save it, be smart with money, but like, that's why we have life, like, to live it. Don't always be questioning the next thing or worrying about this thing. Like, just if it's something you want to do, I think you have to set your mind and do it. And that's how you can live a remarkable life.
No, I completely agree with that because sometimes I find myself doing a lot of things that I don't like doing. And it's like it's society maybe or whatnot. And I find myself being unhappy not doing what I want to do. And we have such a short life not to do what we want.
Yeah.
And or human beings who are given autonomy. Well, for some people out there, unfortunately, that aren't given that based on society and whatnot. And so, for the people that do have that, it'd be such a waste not to use that.
Yes.
And very much like your grandparents, my grandmother said the same thing.
Really? Oh my God.
Yes, she said something along the lines of like, asked her, why did you buy another bench and for our home? And she said, well, could you sit on a $500 bill? No. So, might as well spend it on
Yeah.
something you can use. And I was like,
Yeah. Have to
okay,
just think simpler.
yes. What are your goals and dreams for the future?
Oh, I have millions. I have so many dream jobs. At the end of the day, I just want to make money from performing, make a living doing that. But I want to be in a Broadway show and be an ensemble member in a Broadway show. I want to dance on a cruise ship. I want to be a Radio City Rockette. I want to be in a TV show. Gosh, I want to tour with an artist as a background dancer. I want to do literally everything, but I would be so happy to get to do any one of those things.
Yes. But you're in the city that, will allow you to make that happen.
Right. Hopefully, yes.
So you're ready on the first step to getting there.
Yes.
What advice would you give to someone who is going through the same thing, having to wake up every day, having to audition, having to go through all of these things as a performer? Is there an advice that you can give?
One thing I used to always tell myself in college was, like, take it one day at a time, because when you think, or 1 week at a time, whatever works for you. But if you think too far ahead, like, it can be so much. And you think about all the auditions you have to go to, or videos, self-tapes you have to film. One day at a time, and like, having the belief that it will work out, or that it's going to be okay. But even if it's not necessarily the belief that, like, you will get that job, but just that you're going to get through, like, this period of time where, like, auditions are intense, or you're not getting booked, or you're getting rejected a lot. You'll get through, like, there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always, like, a break, a rest period, or something good that comes up later. I like to believe that everything happens for a reason. So you just have to, like, believe and trust the process, and just, like, wait for it to happen, kind of.
Yes.
But still, like, work hard and, like, do all the things, but just don't let it overwhelm you. I mean, I need that advice too, because I do. But
I
yeah,
know. I feel like all performers, or even not, like someone who's just trying to strive for something, we all need that
right.
kind of advice.
Yeah,
So
right.
just like, believing that there's something coming. Because
Mhm.
if we don't, like, how else are we gonna go through life?
Exactly. Yeah. Can't doubt it.
Yes, and so that's why there is the word hope.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I
yes.
am, I really am hoping and manifesting the best for both of our careers and for anyone who is listening.
Yes. Yes.
Because always, I do believe that the universe is abundant. So
Mhm.
we are down to our last question, and that is, what one message would you like to say to our listeners today?
I guess, yeah, just like to second the feedback that I would give someone else going through this similar time. Don't give up on yourself. Fake the confidence, like just pretend. Try it once in a class to just be like, I'm gonna pretend I'm the best person in the room. See what happens. That's something that someone has told me before. And yeah, seeing or knowing that there's a light at the end of the dark, dark tunnel. We're getting out of winter, the sun's out. I already feel better just with the sun being out and it getting warmer in New York. So hopefully that helps everyone else get some outside time in, but not stressing and trusting the process.
Yes. No, I agree. And they do say confidence is a skill that you practice. So if you
Mhm.
do it all the time,
Right.
then it turns into
Naturally.
behavior. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Stella, for being on our episode today.
Of course. Thank you. This was so fun.
I had fun having this conversation with you, and I hope our listeners keep going.
Yes.
That's the biggest takeaway from this.